Yes. Good day, everyone. My name is Karen Peters, and I will be giving my views on the theme Voices of Change. I would like to share with you a little quote, and it's from George Bernard Shaw, and it reads, and I quote, "Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything." End of quote. When we speak about being a voice of change, we are talking about someone who possesses or has a drive to see a change, whether it's in the environment or your community, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in general a country at large. They may see an issue and see the need for someone to speak up on behalf of that issue, on behalf of others, so that things can change for the betterment. According to the Oxford Dictionary, change speaks about a replacement of something with something else, or replacement of someone with something else for a better or a newer way. Change can begin with one or more persons. More times, not this, and this has been proven, that change doesn't need a group or a lot of persons. It can begin with just one or more voices. I will share with you some examples of persons who are or who were voices that brought about changes, not only in their communities, not only in their country, but worldwide. For example, we have the great Dr. Martin Luther King. And as history shows, there were a time whereby there was a separation when they come to ethnicity and they working together as one. Dr. King, who stood out and voiced his opinion, voiced his concern, and not only voiced it, there was a drive of making sure his vision of what he would like it to be. And as we all know, looking in our world today, Dr. Luther King plays a major role of both ethnicity across the world, working together, sharing the same spaces, living in the same communities, riding the same buses, going on the same airplane. There is no difference due to Dr. King's voice that made a change. We also have Miss Rosa Parks, who stood out and is also known of the mother of the human rights movements, when she refused to get off of that bus that day and she stood her ground not to leave, because she believed that she had a right to sit anywhere and to ride in any transportation like anyone else without being treated less of a person. And as we look around in our society, in our world, we can see that made a tremendous impact that caused people to change the view of how we should travel with each other, being in the same space with each other without having an issue. Looking in our own country, Guyana, we have the late Mr. Lyndon Fox Sansom Burnham. Also, we have the Dr. Cheddi Jagan. These two men who stood up and fight, voice their opinion, come together as one, making Guyana an independent state today from the colonial days of leadership. When we look at these men, or we can think of our independence from changing from the British Guyana to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, being an independent nation, managing our own resources, and building our nation as a people working together as one. In a nutshell, change can only happen when, as it states, it can only happen when your mind desires and wish for a change. As George Bernard Shaw states, it first begins with our mindset. It starts with our mind. And it doesn't matter the amount of people, it doesn't matter the size, it doesn't matter the age. You can be a voice of change in your home, in your community, in your workplace, at your schools, wherever you go that you feel that there is a need for change. Thank you.